Hey, what's up guys? Quick video today. I'm going to show you two useful sub D tricks along with some strategies to work with bevels. Okay, so what I have here is a very basic weapon grip, just made out of quads. It's a very simple model, right? Now if I drop a sub D on here, it smooths out. It kind of looks like a weapons grip, but we have a big issue. And that issue is it looks like a blob, and these upper edges and these bottom edges are not tightened up. So a few different ways we could do this. The first and most straightforward solution would be to simply delete those faces so there's nothing to sub D around, and you're going to have something a bit more accurate. But oftentimes you don't want to delete faces like that, so we're not going to even consider that as a solution. The two best solutions for a situation like this are to either use a mean crease or a mean bevel weight, and I'm going to show you both. So mean crease is perfectly valid. It's a bit longer than the mean bevel weight strategy, but basically what we would do is we'd select the areas we want tightened. We would press Shift E or simply go in here to the end panel and drag this up to 1, the mean crease. Same for the bottom. We would drag this up to 1, and that would basically, let me shade this smooth, this would make these edges completely hard, and we would just drop a bevel on top of this. So Q, drop a bevel, and there you go. So this is like a two-step process. It's very easy. I'm going to show you my preferred way, and you don't have to use creases at all for this. We're going to use a mean bevel weight. So we would basically do the same thing. We'd control click around, and we would add a mean bevel weight here and a mean bevel weight here. So what this is going to do is it's going to define the edges we want to have beveled without having to use a mean crease. So since we've defined these edges to be edges we want to have beveled, we of course need to add in a bevel modifier and set the limit method over to weight. Nothing's going to happen right now because the bevel needs to occur first. It needs to be bevel, so it runs the bevel and then runs the sub D. So we'll drag this to the top, and now we're going to have a much more versatile solution here. You're going to see that, and it looks really good. So that's probably my preferred way to do it, and also make sure the harden normals is turned off or you might get these weird lines. And just to clarify, the reason we want to use weight is because angle, since this thing is very blocky and has different angles around it, most likely if this is set to angle, the angle is going to catch areas we don't want to have caught. So if we force the areas to be beveled only to be the areas we've marked with a mean bevel weight, then that won't occur. That's why we want to use weight, because only these blue lines, these blue edges will be beveled. So those are two different ways to use sub D and bevels together, and just a different way of thinking. Thought I'd make a video on this, and hope it helps.